It's Rhonda from JOYjunktique, and I'm so glad that you came back to work on this project with me. This is my design team project for Odulcina, and with the little houses kit and the add-on kit. And I thought before I got started doing anything else to the book, I would go over some of the stuff the other stuff that comes in the kit, because I really haven't shown you the rest of it. I kind of picked out the softer tones and the more just the creams and just the off-white colors for this book. I'm going to add in a few colors, but there are a lot of other designs and colorful little houses in this kit. So I just wanted to show you what else. This is just a few of them. It's still not all of them. Some of these you've seen in the book already that I'm working on, but I just wanted to go through and just give you an idea. This kit comes with tons of stuff, and then if you get the add-on, then you get even more. But there's a lot of pretty colors, a lot of pretty patterns, and so I just wanted to make you aware of what all comes in this kit that I haven't utilized. So there's just a lot. So, and some of them I may pull today and use in here too. But so there's those, and then these are the ones that I blew up. This is another one that I did on a really thick cardstock, and I'm gonna use it for another project eventually. But I went ahead and backed it, printed on the back. No, I actually backed it. I think I put two together. So, but that's a really pretty one, I think. And then that's the pink one that I blew up. This is the one that's on the front cover of the one I did. And then here's some more of the music ones that I used in the book too. So I just want to show you that right quick. And then also, this is one of the sheets that comes in there. You'll recognize this from the back of my book, right there. But this has so many little pieces, and I mean, and this isn't all of them, but this is how they come. So I just wanted to show you that too, so you can kind of get an idea of what you'll have to work with. And then, so I've shown you some of the stuff I have in my little box, but I wanted to show you the other stuff that I had cut out that I haven't even started using yet. It's all the little tiny, the windows and just all kinds of stuff. And so there's so much more too, because this is just a little bit of it. But see, like there's a little mail box, and because there's some of the windows come with like Christmas stuff or animals in the window, and some with flowers and wreaths, and some just plain. So you have so many options whenever you are, you know, creating with this kit. There's so many things you can do with it. And then of course it has all these pretty ladies and girls that come in it too. Here's another. So I just wanted to let you see that really quick. I also wanted to show you what I used for the roof, just in case there were any questions. This comes from the Dollar Tree, and of course it had the bottom piece, which is what I cut off to use on the roof. But I just used the little edge off of this for the roof right here. But it's really cool, so there's a lot you can do with that. But that's all I did with that. It's a peel and stick tile decal. Okay, so I haven't worked on it since the last video, other than the only thing I did. This is something else I never did talk about, and I kept forgetting. I know y'all saw this kind of flopping down on the house every time I would turn the page or whatever. So I didn't like how that did, because it was just too flimsy of a fabric to stay stiff. So I just took and found a piece of this crocheted lace ribbon and glued it partly on the cardstock and partly on the lace, and that way it stiffened it up a little bit and lets it actually stay where it's supposed to. Let's figure out what we're going to do here. I have been just kind of looking at all these pages over and over, and I thought instead of maybe trying to decorate this whole house here on some of them, which I want to keep it really simple, like I said, because I really do like the look of them. But I thought these little ones that I've attached would be really cute to add the extra pieces to that came in the kit. So like this one kind of has a green tint. So we could take and put this roof on here. We'll have to kind of adjust it, and it probably would have been easier. Of course, I do everything the hard way, but it would have been easier to decorate this before you attached it, but it's okay. We can make it work. So I thought maybe just add a few little things like that and lace, ribbon, whatever to it, and then we can kind of utilize some of those really cute little pieces in here that I haven't used yet. So that is what I'm thinking. So there's another really pretty blue one even. I love that one. I didn't even see that one. So that's something else that comes in the add-on kit, with all the little add-on roofs. That'll be so cute. So let's see. I'm just gonna add that to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it. Just be really careful not to cut anything else in your book when you do this. If you do it, but you could do it the smart way and do it before you ever attach your little house in there. Go ahead and ink these edges. Alright, so there's the start of it. So let's get a little piece of something. So I'm just going to tear that. I hope y'all have had a good day. And before I glue that down, I think I'm going to find a little piece of lace to go under it. Put this down under it, like that. And then layer it. And then there's Miss Margaret. Okay. I'm just going to rip it. Let's go ahead and glue that down. Like that. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to glue this down on top. And that's cute. So let's look. Maybe do this one. And then we'll find something to do the little door with. Maybe we should add something floral right there. Let's do that. So I'm just gonna make my door about right here. And so let me ink those up. So that's kind of cute. I have these little, so I think I'm going to use that for the doorknob before I glue it down. And we could make it a little flip out. You could totally do that, but I think I'm just going to glue it down because the more dimension we add to it, then the thicker the book's going to get, and it's going to be harder to add anything else to it. So let me have this tiny little hole. And put the little brad in there. Like that. And that's precious. I love it. Okay, so let me go ahead and glue this window down. I keep getting out of frame again. And I love just the little hints of green that these have to pull that in. But I just kind of wanted to keep it more, just really soft tones in this one, since my cover was such a pale color. So there we have our cute, cute little house. And see how quick that went with those little pieces? I just love it. They add so much to it, and it's so quick and easy. And there's our cute little flip out. And we'll figure out if there's anything that we could do there. So, and there's so many sections. Once you do one, then it's like you feel like you have to do a lot to the rest of them too. So, all right. And I never did put anything on the back of that. So let's do that right quick. This one I have not used. So let's do that one on the back. And I really need to have something down on my table because I can get really messy with this glue sometimes, but okay, so I don't need to do that corner. Okey-doke. Well, I was watching and editing my last video, and I was so tired that day, so silly, but and it got a little long. But it just takes so much time when you're working on this little stuff like this, the detail. But it was fun. When I get tired, I don't like get, I can get grouchy, don't get me wrong. But most of the time I just get like really giddy and goofy. And I have glue all over my fingers. So I'll just trim that little bit off of there. Try not to make this video quite so long. But the detail is what always slows me down whenever I'm creating, because I just enjoy taking my time and getting it just like I want it. And I never know what that is when I start. So, alright, so if we put that there, we have this staple right here. And I really want to like put a real staple there. So I was thinking that I may find something to tear off and staple to it right there. I don't know. I gotta think about this for a second. Let me just tear that bottom piece off and ink it. So I just took off the little piece that was actually the, looks like you can write on it. And so maybe just kind of staple that there. Turn it around. Okay, I'm going to get my thing lined up with a staple. And then I'm going to slide it under so I can get it. Not that it has to be, but I just want it close. And y'all are probably thinking, what in the world is she doing? But I just kind of like the look of that staple, and you could write something really cute right there. Some tiny little something. So here, let's go ahead and find something to go on this one. We'll just play. Okay, so, what color do we want to use here? I have all these little toppers, and I'll probably have some more somewhere that I haven't printed out yet. We could even use the tops of one of these. Maybe not, because I don't really want to cover that up. I have some lace over here. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off a little piece here. Okay, so let me just cut off a corner of this, or even that. I hate to cut this up, but that would be so cute right there where you could see through it. Look at that. I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to cut, I'm going to save the top piece. Cut off this little triangle at the top so I can use it for something else. And then I'm going to go down this, not cutting that thread. And then go straight across it, if I can cut it straight. Nope, I can't. And then this way. Okay. So we got this. So I'll just have to trim those little edges off straight with the house. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. And then I'm just going to put a little bit on these little pieces here on the corner, so make sure I catch it. I just think these are so cute. And all it takes is a little piece of lace to cutesy it up. I'm just going to trim those little tips off. So, got that. I got this cute little lace. We'll just put that right there. Measure it out. So like about right there. And then we'll just put a little line of glue right here. Just gonna glue those little edge ones so they don't make the rest of it pull up. Alrighty. So I mean, we could just leave that like that if we wanted, or we could add the little doors and windows. Let's see what we got. It has like a little lace look about it. So let me know if y'all are making one. And then tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see them. And let me know what you enjoyed the most about it. And any questions you might have. If I can answer them, I will. We'll see how it looks after it's inked. Because sometimes you can't get the full effect till after you ink it and see how it's going to stand out. That may be pretty cute. I think I'll just center that little door. Is it too big? That might be what it is. Let me trim it a little more. I think that's better. And I think I'm just going to keep using these little brads for the doorknobs because I love them. I think they're precious. And I may like put some gold the wax on them or something once I see what colors I've kind of got, gold or silver, but probably just leave them black. Okay, where did my, oh, here it is. Let's do this door the opposite way. Should we do it like that, or like, I think like this? All right, let's glue that down. It's not exactly a straight door, but you know what? It doesn't matter. These are whimsical, right? So it's all good. Like this. We could put two up here. Like that. That's kind of cute. Let me go ahead and ink them. And here, I probably will glue them, you know, just kind of flat to it without putting any lace or anything under it, depending on what look we're going for in each one, but that way they don't get so bulky. And they are cute, just doing them like that, but on the cover, I wanted more dimensions. I'm gonna lose that little sucker. Alrighty, and then the back we'll just leave for now. We'll think on it some more and see how long it's going to take us to do everything else. Okay, then we have this one. That's not bad. I kind of like that. Okay, let me go ahead and glue these together. It just amazes me how this ink just brings out so much whenever you put that little dark edge on there. Just love it. And you know how we did this one on the very back? I think I'm going to put this here. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down and trim it. Decorate the front really quick. I just love this little blue lace one. And then go ahead and ink around the edges. Let's take and use some of this for the door. And I'm gonna put the hole for the little doorknob. Put it on this side. Okay, that's what that looks like. And then okay, I found these two little windows, and I think I'm just going to add them on each side of the door. That one's already inked. And then all we'll lack is just a little bit of lace here and there. So what do we want to do here? I really like these little roses, the really subtle roses. And I printed this on coffee dyed paper. That's why it has that line right there. Otherwise, it would not look like that. It would look like the other one in here. This is what it looks like when you print it on regular white paper. I have this pretty little lace. I can use it somewhere. Let's see. I have used this so sparingly because you can see how old it is. It is like, and it came wrapped around an old picture. Let me measure so I don't waste it. See right there. Alright, so I'm just going to trim these little flowers off the edge. I'll keep a little bit of that sheer fabric with it. So they don't tear. Let's see how that's going to work. Just like that, and then I'll have to pinch it right there. Maybe slit it a little bit. Alright, I'm going to start gluing. That's going to be cute. I like how aged it is. And how, just dainty. I like that. I love these little windows right here. They're so shabby chic looking to me. I'm gonna put that in out real quick. And that's what I love about Anne at Odulcina, because she has such a shabby, I just love her style. And I wanted to use one of the vintage looking ladies for this one. I wanted to use her for this one. Okay, so I went ahead and cut a door to go in the back, and I just cut up one of the houses. And I'm going to trim off the bottom of this just a tad so she doesn't stick out at the top. So it'll be like that. And I like to ink the back side just a little bit if it's gonna be to where you can see it. So if we're putting her behind it, I'll have to hinge it and you'll see the back of it. And I'm not so worried about it being white, but I just want the edges to be tinted. I'm gonna glue her first. Put her a little bit off to the side for that window. I love her. She's so pretty. And then I'm just going to use some of that tape for the back side of it. Okay, so I'm going to center the tape. I'll fold it back like I did. So make sure it's going to be covering her up good. And there we go. That's cute. I'm going to go ahead and glue our window. Put that there. And then I'm going to turn it this way. So get one of these and put it in the doorknob. Put it as a doorknob, I should say. there's our cute little door and lady. So I embossed some paper, some coffee dyed paper, and then just regular paper. So I have the stack. And as I was looking at this, I started tearing because this was in the middle, this little pattern, like that. And so as I tore it, I ended up with this little shape. So I'm thinking that I can make it fit in there. And that'll be cute. Okay, so here's what I did. I went ahead and made this fit to the top of that roof right there, if you can see it. And I just inked it with some of my my pink ink, and also used the brown on it too to kind of age it. So then I thought it would be so cute maybe to put the bird on this page, but I didn't just want it sitting there. So what I did is I took one of the little scrap pieces that was in there that had the it was like a book page. So I just cut out a limb, like a tree limb shape out of it, and inked it up really good. So I'm gonna glue that to where it just hits that edge right there. Let me do that really quick. I just couldn't figure out how to put that bird in there without it looking like it was just stuck there. So I thought I'd just make a little limb. So we'll see if this works. And then I decided to go ahead and cut a little piece of just this crocheted lace. And so I kind of made the edges a little, you know, just straggly so that it would sit behind there and be a good backer for the nest. Make sure that stays really quick. So I'm just going to take and glue this down, and I'm going to use my fabric tack for this because it's heavier fabric. I'm just going to glue the middle down to begin with. And I'm going to glue it kind of toward the top to where you can see more of the tree limb. And then once that dries, then I'll just clip that on there and let it hang. And you could even glue it. I may just glue it. We'll see. But I just think it's cute like that. Okay, so I went ahead and just used the pen and added a little piece of netting. And I've been sitting here, I'm playing with this tiny little flower right here. And I cut off this tiny little piece of greenery. So I'm just going to cut those and kind of stick them on my little tree limb. I got my little greenery cut off, and I'm just fixing to glue it down. Let me show you. I hope you can see that good. So that's that. And we'll leave that for now. If I find some more tiny windows, I might add them, but then I want to start on the inside of this one. And I know y'all probably remember that little fabric cluster that I was going to make a little flower out of, put a button on or whatever. But the more I looked at this, the more I wanted something to open and close on it. And that would have been cute had I finished what I had planned, but I just went ahead and pulled it off and put this little piece here to cover where my glue messed up. And what I found was that I had this little photo mat. It's really old and it's kind of messed up here, but that's okay. We'll cover that. So I want to put it here to open and close there where you can kind of have a little window. But what I wanted to do is I'm going to use some more of that vellum. So I've got a piece cut, and I just went ahead and glued this. Got this glued and ready. And so I did the inside of that frame, like right on the edge of that because I don't know, you know, I don't want to put my glue on here and get it on the inside where you don't need to see it. So what I'm going to do is put glue there and then put glue right on the edge of this on the outside. And that way this glue will catch the edges and that glue will catch where it needs to go around the mat. So I'm going to take this and kind of eyeball it. So then we'll have that. And I'm gonna attach it right here on the edge to open and close. So I'm gonna figure out what I want to hinge that with. Okay, so I found this little piece of scrap. So I'm just inking around the edges. I've already cut it to fit. And I'm gonna ink it up so I don't forget to do that before I glue it. And one thing I did forget the last time I did this is, so when you glue it like this, then that little bit of white is going to show. So be sure and ink that before you ever glue. And that way you won't have to try to figure out how to get in that little crack and ink it, because more than likely you won't. So, yeah. All right, so now I'm just going to glue this to my page. And that will serve as my hinge for that little window. And then I'll probably find, I may have to print off some more of the little girls, the little ladies. And then I will put one of them on the front to cover that little messed up spot. So you're just going to glue that right to the edge right there. And you want your pattern on the inside, because that's going to be what shows when you open it up. So then that will glue like that and open up. And you'll have this little hidden pocket, and I'm still figuring out, I don't know. This page is bugging me. I don't like how it looks. So I'm gonna keep working on it and see what I can come up with. I wanted to stop and show you, I had gotten my other pages out. I actually had to print some more on some of them. And I had forgotten about some of these things that are in here. I should have been using a lot of it already. But I went ahead and cut this lady from here to use there, I think. I'll see. But, so this is one of the pages. And there's still more that I haven't printed. But I wanted to show you all the other stuff that comes with it. So, like, you have the planks. I showed you the mailbox. And then this sheet is just strips that you can use to decorate however you want to. And then this one is the one with the flowers. And I cut one of these out somewhere. Anyway, there's one of these that has flowers right there. See, I cut it out. But I love these. And see these doors? I should have been using these. I've been having to cut out scraps, and I forgot that I had all these doors. So that would be something really fun to add to those houses. And then I was just thinking it was windows, but I forgot about the doors. And then this one is the one with the pets. And this one went here. It has the little dog. But they are really, really cute. Just so many options with the furs and the butterflies. And then this one is the Christmas one. It is adorable. And then this one's just the plain one. So I'm going to go cut out a few things. Okay, so I went through all the doors and windows and that kind of stuff. And I found this cute little wreath here. And so I fussy cut it and glued it there. So I'm thinking I may make a super miniature little bunting to go there. So I'm going to get this threaded. So I thought I might show you really quick. What I'm doing is just poking tiny little holes in the corners. And I'm threading, there we go. I'm threading it through. So I'm doing one on each side. And then I'll pull this looser when I get through. So that's what I have. And then I'm gonna go back and grab a little bead, a little tiny pearl. So I'm just gonna string those along like that. And this is what it looks like. It's just a super little miniature bunting. There's some glue on that one. And all I did for the bunting was just take one of the little scrap pieces and cut little triangles with it. And then I made the holes with my needle, and then I would run my thread through and put the pearl in between. So that's all I did for that, and I'm gonna get that glued. Okay, so I wanted to show you how it looks now that I've glued it in. Really cute. And then I had another little fussy cut of roses that I had cut out of the doors a while ago in the windows. So I just put that at the top up there just to add a little bit more color to it and give it that cottagey feel. Okay, so I wanted to move on to this page. Okay, so I think I had told y'all that I wanted to use this. And as I got to playing with it, I found these doors. So I thought they would be really cute on the front of it, where we could open it like that, and then the whole thing can open up. And I went ahead and put the little girl in the pocket instead of the little tag I had, so that you can see her through there too. Okay, so here's my reverse Velcro. And what I'm gonna do is since this one's already glued down, I'm gonna put this to this like this and match it. Put it on top and match it, and then I'm gonna get a little bit of glue because I don't trust the glue that's on them. And then I'm just gonna put this down and let it sit there for a second. And that way I know exactly where it needs to be, and it will line up perfectly. And there's the Velcro's done now. So there we go. But you know, it's not exactly what I wanted there, but I wanted to do some collaging on some of it, and I'll still play with it some more. I wanted to move on to another page, yeah. Let's see. Oh, y'all know I was putting this together to add this as a flip out. And I really think that looks cute. And then over here, maybe I could do this on this one. And that would be cute for that one. So let me get some glue. Oh, I've got to ink those first. I think we're nearly done. I hope. There's always more I can find to do to it, but I'm going to try to wrap this up and get these two done, and then I'll come back and we will add like a lot of details and maybe do some things to the pages inside, just to add a little something to it on the pages. But I really love how it's turning out. I've had so much fun with this. It's like, I remember playing with little paper dolls and doll houses when I was younger. And this is what this reminds me of. It kind of brings back my childhood, because I absolutely loved playing with paper dolls and that kind of stuff, creating with them. So it's just really fun. And it's okay that we play even as adults, because we all need that. And just so many little things bring back good memories. Like I have this in here because we were going to get to the buttons, but I haven't done it yet. But this was actually my grandmother's, and I have not cleaned it out. I've left it just how she had it, because just looking at it just reminds me of all the times we would go in there and dig in her buttons and you know, in her sewing stuff, and she would just giggle, and you know, I love knowing that this is a piece of her that I can remember her by. But back to the little houses, you know, there's just so many things that as a kid that you forget about. And then when you start doing stuff like this, it reminds you of all the fun you had, you know, just with the simple things that we've gotten so far away from now. But so I've really enjoyed getting to do this, and I hope you have too. I hope it's just put a little smile on your face. And I mean, this is so fun for us to do, but also when you think about like when your grandkids are over, or if you have young kids, and you know, just get the scissors and the glue out, print off some of these little houses, and just have a ball. Because, you know, it's that quality time just spent together like that that is so special, and that makes those good memories. All right, let me get my tape on this one. I've got so much glue on my hands, it's probably going to come off on this tape. But I'll do this one, and I think that's probably all I'll do for now. I'm going to find more whenever I get, you know, when we get off of here, but I'll always find some other little something to play with it. More elements that I can add to it, but we will come back next time and be ready to play some more. That makes it so much easier to fold that tape like that. Just have to kind of hold it tight. And this is basically like washi tape. The more I play with it, the more I realize it's really just like washi tape. So washi tape will work perfectly for that. If you don't have any artist tape, I wouldn't either if it hadn't been on the clearance rack. I may just see about this little girl, but I'll play with that, and we'll come back and just keep working on it. And if you have any questions or anything you want to suggest, just put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so real quick before I get off of here, I just want to go through the book one more time, show what we did. So we did this page, opens up like that, Velcros, and that's the inside of that one for now. And then this one, we already know that's the vellum, and you can lift it up, put something behind it. That one's done. There's this one that I added this house on with a hinge, and then we already had this, and all I did is add this little girl with the little Brad to that, so she'll just kind of tuck right there. So I'll probably still go back and do a little something to this one. And then this one's the one we did the other day, and the only thing I did, I went ahead and put the little hole, added my little bulb pin and a tiny little flower I cut off of something, and then I just added this little mail box because I thought it was too cute to leave out on the page that had the mail. And so when that folds down, I just added her. Okay, and then this one looks like that. This one just tucks behind there just to hold it in there. You don't have to leave it behind that. That's probably just going to be a hidden place you can write. I'll probably just leave that one alone now that I think about it. And so the back will just have this for now anyway. Okay, so then when you open this page, this is what we did to this one, with the little roses at the top and the little bunting, and then this little door with the little lady behind it. I'm just not sure that we need to leave these on here, but you know what? Why don't y'all tell me in the comments if I should cut the hearts off or leave them hanging, and that'll help me out a bunch. And this one we just did, and I just kind of like how that one looks like that. And then this one, and I just added a little little tuck spot in this little girl and a little piece of the scrap. And then this one, just added that. I love how that looks. And then this one, I don't think I've shown you yet. I just went ahead and we did this, but I added the little rose, the pearl, and then I added a little pull on it with a little piece of seam binding. And so the inside on that one is still empty. But a lot of these, you know, it doesn't hurt to leave them empty. So then, you know, you can add what you want to them. So we'll kind of come back and maybe play with some stamping on the pages or adding some little tabs and then finishing up all the little details on it. So that's where we are today, and I really like how it's turning out. I think it's just so cute. And then we'll also find something to wrap and tie it with so it'll stay shut. Thanks for joining me. We will come back and try to finish it up next time. Thanks so much. God bless.